online classes. Nowadays we are doing Zoom classes and we are uploading YouTube video as well, so that whoever has network problem, they could refer to there on the YouTube. So here the new chapter, The Village Blacksmith. This is written by H.W. Longfellow. Okay, so H.W. Longfellow, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Full name is Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. So, in the last class, we have described till 4 stanzas. Today, we will proceed further. Oh, this is chapter 14. Oh, you know very well, in the first stanza, poet has described the physique of the blacksmith. Okay, his hands very strong. He is a mighty man, a strong man. His arms are very strong, brawny. In second stanza, poet has described his hair and also given his way of working. Means he is not greedy. Honest sweat means he is very laborious, and he is not greedy at all. He doesn't run after money. He is satisfied whatever he earns. And if you don't owe anybody to if you don't owe to anybody anything, you are the happiest man on this earth. If you don't have taken any loan, you are the happiest life, and so is the blacksmith. In third stanza, his way of working has been described. He starts in morning and continues till the night. Whenever anybody goes to visit him, he always finds sound of the bellows. What is bellows? Bellow is an instrument which keeps the fire burning. Okay, through the pressure. Someone is pulling like this, bellows, and air goes to the fire. Fire keeps burning, and furnace is always actually burning. And sledge is there. Heavy sledge means heavy hammer. Whenever one goes to the blacksmith, he or she finds the sound of his working is coming. Okay. And it is just like a person who is ringing the bell in the church. Sexton means person whose duty is to ring bell in the church. And in the next stanza, fourth stanza, when children are coming from school to their home, they love looking at the blacksmith working. How his forge is there, how there is flame that coming from forge. What is a forge? Forge, they are actually blacksmith. Forge is a large piece of equipment. This equipment is very large, and this is used for heating the materials, heating the metals actually, heating the iron. And when the iron is heated, then the blacksmith gives it particular shape, just like sickle, or you can say an axe. Okay. So when the children are returning their home from school, they love looking at the blacksmith working, and they find the instrument where iron is heated, okay, has flame actually. And also they love hearing the sound of bellows. And then sparks come out from that. Okay, when blacksmith beats actually metal with hammer, what happens? The sparks comes out. So and it is just like the outer covering of a grain comes out from a thresher machine. Okay, that has been compared. So like shaft means this is simile. Like shaft, this is simile. Now let's come to the seventh stanza. Fifth stanza, not seventh. He goes on Sunday to the church and sits among his boys. He hears the parsons pray and preach. On Sunday, what do the blacksmith do? He goes to church with his family. Who is in his family? His boys, his sons, maybe his sons. He hears the parson. Parson means priest. So he hears the lecture, religious lecture of priest in the church. So parson prays. Parson pray and preach. What is the literary device? You know, look, close by word begins with same sound. What it is? Alliteration. Alliteration. And there in the church group, choir, that is it, choir, singing group, his daughter is also singing. Okay, his daughter is also singing, and he feels very happy after hearing his daughter sing. Okay, now it sounds to him like her mother's voice singing in paradise. And how does the singing of his daughter sound to him? He remembers his wife, who is no more, when he hears his daughter singing in the church group. So her voice is just like her mother, means blacksmith's wife. Okay. So it sounds to him like her mother's voice singing in paradise. It means, singing paradise means his wife is no more. He must think of her once more, how in the grave she lies. It means she is in the grave. Okay. It means she has been buried. Blacksmith's wife has been buried. Okay. And with his rough hand, he wipes a tear out of his eyes. And when he remembers his dead wife, tear comes in his eyes. Okay? Toiling, rejoicing, sorrowing, onward through his life he goes. Means he enjoys his life. Okay? He's working hard. He's enjoying. Sometimes he's sorry. He's sad also. But he is, after all, enjoying his life. Each morning sees some task begin. Each evening sees it close. Every morning he finds work waiting for him. And he continues with the work till evening. Something attempted, something done, has earned a night's rest. And as he labors very hard during the day, so when he goes to bed, he sleeps comfortably. When you work hard during the day, of course you will get good sleep. And so is with blacksmith. Okay? In this way you have described till stanza. We have learned and understood till stanza 7th. Okay? So you will go through this poem at home and also try to understand. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Happy learning.